Morning, bitches and hoes. First things first, I was accepted to the apartment complex I originally wanted last Wednesday, and then about 10 minutes later, I found out I was getting a roommate on Saturday. So I wasn't really able to enjoy the good news, but it's okay. I had to move my TV back into my room. My mattress is on the floor, so I kind of feel like a bit of a degenerate. It's temporary. Everything's fine. Everything's temporary. My bed's in pieces. I had to move everything around because the clutter was just immediately too much. I don't do well with clutter, and I don't really have dance space in here, really host. Cooking with a mask on is pretty uncomfortable. She's very nice though. She really is. She comes from California. I don't know very much about her. But not having, like the personal space, the hosting space, the ability to cook, rock out, those are the things that kind of make me the most happy. And as long as I have those things, it's easier for me to take things in stride. And so I don't have that as much. And with as hot as it's been, I think it might be a little challenging for me to find things to replace that with. But I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so I got into the building and I wanted more amenities, but to be fair, after living here, having property managers who give a shit really means a lot to me. I met the other property manager, at least over the phone the other day. We spent an hour ironing out what the problem was to begin with. My application just wasn't entered properly, so he didn't know I was in the system. So I'm glad that I emailed them again instead of just really giving up. Because it really felt like the right place to be. When something just feels like it needs to be, then that's what you need to do. This morning, as of like 8 this morning, I know that I have enough money to move. Like I physically, in my accounts, have enough to do that. And it feels really good because the conservative estimates that I was working off of just don't provide the peace of mind that really being in the black does. So, for real, I'm gonna pick a unit and then I'm gonna be able to set up my utilities. I've got like 5 bank accounts. I don't need 5 bank accounts. I just really want to get shit handled. I went up last Friday. I got up at 4 in the fucking morning. Amtrak's policies were really good, and I felt comfortable with that. Just stay masked, don't touch anything. Didn't seem difficult. There weren't that many people on, which is part of why I chose getting up at the butt crack. I got in right around 8:05. Kenny and Zook's was open, so of course I got my ass a bagel. Went over to campus to eat it, knowing that campus is more or less dead. And that worked. But of course, nothing is really open. So finding things like bathrooms and air conditioning and internet that plugs in and those things were pretty difficult. There was a lot that was closed. But everyone that I spoke with or interacted with really at all were very, very nice. Just congenial, pleasant, downright charming, which I like. I like warm people. I met the owner of the full-service restaurant and caterer downstairs. She's wonderful. The staff is really, really great. We talked for a good few minutes before I knew that she was the owner. I really like her values, and I like the way that she talked to me about why she loves doing what she does and the ways that she gives back within the neighborhood. It was really, really cool. So I feel really good about that. There's construction across the street, and there will be for some time, and I'm pretty used to the noise here, so that'll be okay. Yeah, everything's fallen into place for the most part. I'm starting to have those dreams about not knowing where I live. When you or or when you're traveling a lot, or when you're just somewhere really very different. That's a common dream that people have. So, you know, that said, yeah, I'm trying to keep things just really, really simple. I think I just want to limit the chaos, because I've just been jumping for every little detail, and you know, it's hard to stay flexible when I feel like I'm just flexible all the time. Can't take absolutely everything in stride, and it makes it harder to do when I don't have like the basic stuff that I need. I don't get enough time with myself when I just have to adapt all the time and accept the circumstances, and that's why it's difficult. But I'm making it work. And I don't know anything about what's going to happen up until I take off. I don't want to say that I want to make plans, because I don't know that I can. I certainly can't have folks over at this point. So I'm going to stop talking about that, because I don't know. And I don't want to get my hopes up, and I'm getting really disappointed with kind of how some things are going. As long as it all works out in the end, I really just have to focus. But yeah, I don't actually really have too much more to say. I've been watching, I just finished Penny Dreadful City of Angels. It's really, really good. I love the fuck out of Nathan Lane. I've seen Natalie Dormer in so many things, and I want to like her, and I know that she's amazing, but that's the series that kind of has sealed the deal for me. She's playing so many different characters, and I'm really seeing more of her range, and so that's really nice. She's not just a period actor, you know. So there's that. And I've gotten over like the smug birdiness of her face. Bless her heart. I know it's not her fault, but I think I just have a hard time with people who just look smug. So working on that. Pretty pissed off that Betsy DeVos is probably going to end up getting what she wants under the circumstances. And just the way that my own education has been, and finances have been screwed around with by this corporatized model. I mean, I really don't know how we're all going to be getting our educations in the future. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm definitely done with the U of O. I'm thinking about dropping chem, because I just don't think it's a very good idea under the circumstances. So that said, I think I'm going to bail for this week. Yeah. Alright, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. We're done.